I don't think he likes y'all, but hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Oh my gosh, welcome back. welcome back. But yeah, welcome back. This is about to be a just like introduction, get to know me, little chit chat, you know, what the channel is about, what I'm about, how I got into astrology, spirituality, tarot, and all those kind of things. I'm gonna be knitting because I'm gonna be knitting, literally just cause. And yeah, let's dig in, let's dive in. I'll say that was definitely during lockdown. I was going through a bit of a dark night of the soul. I was really down in the dumps. Like, aside from even lockdown, like, I was going through really personal, traumatic things, and I was just like, oh my god. It was like I needed God, but I needed God in like a different way. Like I was not finding comfort. Like I feel like I'm going to speak very honestly on this space, in this space, with the space, but like yeah, I wasn't really finding comfort like reading the Bible or anything like that, and I needed something to, you know, not absolve, but like to just bring me a sense of, oh my god, you're gonna be okay, you know. And I've always been like, I've always been into astrology. I've always kind of been quirky when it comes to things like this. I always like, you know, believed in like wishing on a star, throwing pennies in a wishing well, all those kind of things. Like I'm so for it. So when I came across tarot cards, I was like, interesting. I had already come across them like on Twitter, like people were like had their accounts and they were posting messages and stuff like that. But I knew that a lot of the accounts I came across were they were very like fraudulent. They were just like really repetitive, really basic messages, and it's obvious. And they always focused on love messages, and it was so annoying to me. So I was like, okay, at least I told God personally that okay, when I start tarot, it's so funny. I was really like when I start, I was like, God, I want to start this, and it's never gonna be a business. It's never gonna like I'm never gonna charge people. And I did that, and it was really good. I mean, I remember the beginning. I was like, oh my god. Especially when you go through the cards and like the imagery is kind of, I would say explicit. That's not the word, but the imagery from some cards is kind of like goddamn. You know, we have the Tower, the Devil, Four of Cups, Ten of Swords, Three of Swords. Like they're cards, and you see the pictures, and it's like, surely you're not talking about me. Surely you're not talking about me. You know, but I did find it was very accurate for me. The first reading I ever did for anyone, shout out to Toyo, he was the first person. I think I did it over the phone, I was on FaceTime. But this was like maybe a couple months after I'd been reading for myself. Was it a couple months? Yeah, a couple months after I've been reading for myself, just to gauge like, okay, does this thing only work for just me, or is it like can I deep what other people are doing? And, you know, can I see what's happening about their lives and everything? And it was accurate. Maybe it was lying to me, but you know, it was accurate at the time. I was like, this is interesting. Continue just reading for myself, or like my friends who knew that I read and would want some clarity on specific situations. And then it wasn't until a whole year after I got a reading done by another reader, and towards the end of the reading, she was just essentially telling me that like my guides are trying to get me into some form of like spiritual practice where I'm helping others, where like, you know, I'm sharing the information and knowledge that I've gained through my own experiences or just along the journey. And she had mentioned, she was a tarot reader, and she had mentioned that, oh, you know, like the tarot community on Twitter would be very good for you. Like your guides are like kind of nudging you that way. And I was just like, this is very interesting, because when I first started, I literally told God like, no, 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 no. You know, but I had only said that because I saw that people were really abusing the platform. You know, it was obvious like they were just trying to do it just to like earn money and stuff like that. So I started during lockdown, did it for myself for about a year, did for my friends on low key, like if people knew and if they wanted some like, you know, clarity or guidance. Got a reading done for myself, and they said that, oh girl, spirit's trying to tell you to go here. Did that, and we are where we are. We are where we are. I'm a Taurus sun, Leo rising, and Capricorn moon. That's my tropical placements. And I'll say honestly, my family is really open to it. Like, I would say I come from a very like spiritually charged background as is. So even if like, aside from tarot, I would say I'm a dreamer, and that the dreams that I have do come to pass. I can't even lie. And you know, there are other things that happen that are similar to that in my family, like amongst ourselves. So it wasn't even really shocking when they found out. Like, I do readings for them. I mean, like, I would go up to them and be like, can I do a reading? My brother has actually asked for a reading this summer. He was like, oh my god, can you do a reading for me? I don't know. I actually need to get back to him and like find out how that unfolded. But yeah, they're very open with it because we are very spiritual ourselves. There's not anything that's like a big deal. I think my dad did even mention once that maybe, I think one of my aunts used to do cards. I don't know if tarot specifically, but she used to use like cards as a form of divination. And I was like, oh, okay. It's in the family tree. It's in the blood. Been into it ever since I was a child. Not as heavy as I am now, obviously, but girl, you know when you get like magazines and they'd have like your pop tiger, and they'd have like your astrology horoscope and stuff like that. I was always into that, and I feel like they were vaguely accurate, you know. But as I got older, I feel like when I really got into it was, like I said, during lockdown, when I also got into tarot cards. That was just a very prominent period in my life in terms of expanding my spiritual practices, my spiritual knowledge, really just like beginning to find my own routines and rituals that I feel work for me, and really actually laying out a foundation for my relationship with God. I feel like lockdown was a real period where it was no longer just, okay, the relationship I've been holding since when I was going to church and stuff like that. That's like, okay, I'm actually like, it's like God, me and you, we're seeking ourselves, but we're finding ourselves today. So yeah. I love when I read and people, even till today, I kind of still, I would say I doubt my abilities, but it's kind of like, you do a reading, are they gonna say, oh, you absolutely said rubbish. You absolutely wasted your time. The words on that paper, the words that came out of your mouth. You know, so when people are like, oh my god, it actually resonated. How did you know this? I'm like, okay. You know, so that, and when I actually, obviously when I do the readings, it's not just talking about your situation. It's, you know, trying to find solutions, trying to give you clarity or how to move forward and stuff like that. So when I give, you know, some advice and they're like, oh, this actually really works for me, I'm just like, oh, my guys. So it is fun, it is good vibes. I do love that at least I'm opening people's minds up more as to the different avenues that they are to finding God. Again, the way I worded that in my mind and the way it came out, give myself a 4 out of 10. Give myself a 4 out of 10. But yeah, just really showing people that there are so many pathways to creators, so many. And if this one structured, I kind of find a rigid way doesn't work for you, you know, you have every right, I feel, to find the way that works for you in regards to communicating and relating with God. Like, I don't think anybody has the right to tell another person that you can't talk to God this way. I don't think anybody has that right. I'm gonna say that again. I don't think anybody has that right. But that's just me. That's just me. I also have very prominent Sagittarius. Very prominent Sagittarius and 9th house placements. So it's kind of like I'm very, very open to people having freedom of expression when it comes to religion, how they think about life, their origins. I just feel like life is just way too complex and way too deep to be telling people that they can't believe in what they want to believe in. Like, okay, it doesn't work for you, fine. It works for them, and that's the most important thing. It works for them. I am a big reader. I love reading. I'm currently reading Everything Good Will Come by Sefi Atta, Nigerian. I really want to read more Nigerian literature, so if you want to, in the comments, drop down some recommendations for me, that would be very cutesy of you. I love baking. My favorite thing to bake is banana bread and like oatmeal raisin cookies. Very healthy, nicey and yum. Nicey and yum. What else? Like sleeping. I like painting. I like coloring. I like knitting. I like going on walks. I love going on walks by the canal. Love going on walks. I think that's about it. I really want to get more hobbies. I like yoga, but I'm really lagging behind. Like I was so much of like actual yoga bae in first year, and then now I have to force myself to go into the mat. But no, I'm still a little stretchy bean. What else? I think that's about it.